Did a ghost help convict a murderer in rural West Virginia? You can turn back now or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. Do you believe you've seen a ghost, perhaps picked up a disappearing hitchhiker, or watched a phantasmal intruder act out the moment of its death? If so, you're not alone. At least 1/3 of Americans believe in ghosts. There's no scientific proof that human consciousness continues after death, let alone that it could remain on Earth shaking plates and tapping on walls. Still, cultures around the world have feared and revered the spirits of the dead for thousands of years, and these beliefs persist in the modern age. Skeptics and believers alike have investigated various purported hauntings, but so far no one has returned with solid proof. At least, that is, outside of the courts. Here's where it gets crazy. Although science hasn't explained or proven the existence of ghosts, that hasn't stopped alleged spirits from playing a role in the court system. Justice William Stoughton accepted paranormal evidence in the Salem witch trials, and that's not the only example. Consider the Cock Lane ghost, which first appeared in 1759 in a house near St. Paul's Cathedral in London. A man named William Kent came to live with Richard Parsons, the homeowner. When Kent's wife Fanny died, Parsons held seances, allowing ministers and others to investigate the supposed haunting. The Cock Lane ghost would respond to yes or no questions through a system of knocks. The ghost accused Kent of murdering his wife. The public grew convinced that this ghost was both real and telling the truth. Eventually, a team of investigators concluded that the entire haunting was a fraud perpetrated by Parsons. It would seem that Mr. Kent was almost hanged on the whim of hoaxers rather than a haunting, and it's reassuring to know that the British court system wasn't taken in by the ruse. The American court system, however, may be a different story. In rural West Virginia in 1897, Elva Zona Shue was found dead at the bottom of a stairway. After the case was closed, Zona's mother, Mary, claimed she was receiving visions and had been visited by the ghost of her daughter. Zona's ghost, according to Mary, said that her husband Edward had murdered her. Mary was able to persuade the prosecutor to reopen the case and exhume the body. Edward went to trial, and in an effort to discredit Mary, the defense noted her reports of visions and ghostly visitations. Once introduced, the ghost's testimony was used to convict Edward Shue of murder. This remains a unique case in the history of America's legal system, wherein a murder victim supposedly returned from the grave to tell a West Virginian jury something Edward Shue didn't want them to know. But what about ghosts in the modern age? Tune in to learn more about the controversial practice of ghost hunting, quantum mechanics, and more.